Well, hello everyone. This isn't going to be a super long live stream. So we'll see who comes in. We'll talk a little bit, do a few things. I have this hood on because my hair is a hot mess. And as opposed to trying to fix it, I put a hood on. Put a sweater with a hood on. So if you're looking for me to look halfway decent, it's not happening today. However, I am here. I haven't posted up on any of my social media. Hi, Claudia. In a while. It's been a few days. Oh, since last week sometime. So I just wanted to come out, talk about what's been going on. I got some new fragrances that came this weekend. And I really need to sit my ass down and stop buying shit. Hi, Aliana. I need to stop buying shit, but we'll see what happens. Because I think I have some more stuff. Yeah, I do. Whatever. Anyway, how is everybody doing? I'll give everybody a couple of minutes to get in. And then we're going to reverse this order. We're going to do the products first. And then I'll talk to you all. So, as I said, this hood is on because I'm not doing my hair right now. It's been some days. So my hair looks a mess. But then I said, let's get on and talk to people. Let's have a few minutes of conversation. So, first thing I bought, you have 6 boxes coming. That's a lot. I don't even know what this is, y'all. What did I? Okay. Okay, I know what it is. So, a couple of things came. Let me open these. So, I bought some. Y'all will be so proud of me. I bought some 10 mils, some decants, as opposed to full bottles. I said, do the right thing, Louise. Do the right thing. So I bought some decants to try. So let me show y'all what I got. What's in your 6 boxes, Aliana? Okay, so let's see what I got here. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so, hi, Patience. It's been a while. Some oil, okay. All right, so I bought Sphinx fragrances. Um, Sphinx fragrances had, and they're having I don't know if it's still going on, but they had 20% off. This was super quick, y'all. Uh, okay. All right. I still haven't bought any of those. All right. So Sphinx fragrances has a sale, 20% off. So I bought a few things. But I only bought decants to try out some travel sprays because I wanted to try 3 things. I was not buying 3 bottles, and then I was like, at first I was gonna buy a couple of one of them in a full size, but I was like, you don't even know what this stuff smells like. So I did the right thing. I went and bought some travel sprays. All right. So let me show you the first one. This one is I don't know what it is. I don't know. You finally bought from Swiss Arabia. What did you get? Hey Kelly. This one is I have fucking no idea. This is interesting. Let me see. Do they have a name on this bitch? Okay. Let me see. Oh, it's on here. Creme de pistache. Girl, y'all, I was gonna get an attitude. I was gonna get an attitude. Speaking of people, your person Nazar fragrances. I can't. He's irritated. Don't tell me you got a sale and then I can't figure out what's on sale. Okay, because he keeps sending me stuff about sales, but then when I try to buy something, I can't figure out what's on sale. I put it in. There's no code. There's nothing. When I try to check out, ain't no discounts coming up. So I've given up. So hi Courtney. So this is creme de pistache. Okay, I kind of like it. It's good, but it's definitely got the pistachio. It's definitely giving you some florals. You bought one thing. Okay, so buying one thing don't mean you don't care for them. Um, Shout out for Utanka, Jamila. Okay, you were busy. You were busy. Yeah, I've got the shout out for Utanka here. Um, this actually is kind of good. As it sits, I'm smelling more of the pistachio. Um, so why don't you care for them? You didn't like the one thing. Why don't you care for them? Was it customer service? Because I ain't gonna lie, I ordered this stuff last week. This shit came on Saturday, so I got no complaints. I think I ordered it like Thursday, so this is kind of good. All right, so that's creme de pistache. So that was one. Oh, you got a code and everything? Okay, girl, you got you a code. Okay. But I'm gonna need you because you cool with them. They need to make things more clear instead of saying there's a sale and then when you try to buy certain things, you don't know what's on sale. So I'm just gonna say that because you cool with them. Could you say that on the website? And if somebody asks you a question, don't take 5 days to answer it because then by then your sale is off or whatever you're doing. I mean, I'm just being honest. I was like, damn. So, I get an email saying there's on sale. So I go to buy some stuff. I'm like, damn, dude, what's going on? Because I was going to try a couple of things. I was going to try. I wouldn't say it's packaging. I think part of the packaging issue is they don't put the names on it. I absolutely love the packaging. I just think that he needs to put the names on it. So I have horchata de vanille. I didn't try the strawberry milk. I tried the strawberry kiss, which I did not like. But I've tried other things. So then this one is coconut daiquiri. I mean, I don't mind things being sold out because, hey, they have limited quantities. They're starting out, they're smaller businesses. But it's like, I just want to be able to find you. Okay, so he's putting the names on here. I like his presentation though for his travel sprays. The travel sprays. Yeah, I didn't like that one either. Are cute. Yeah, I didn't like that strawberry. But I actually have horchata de vanilla. I love it. Huh, it does smell like a coconut daiquiri. Okay. It's definitely giving coconutty, yeah, a little booziness, like rum, kind of fruitiness, like a coconut fruit. It is giving coconut daiquiri. The coconut is more fruity than coconut. Actually, kind of cute. Okay. And then the final one, this is the one I was really getting. This is his newest one. I wanted to try out. Let me these things is tight. Damn, don't you hate when the damn things are so tight? Look at this. Look at this. Damn. This is like the piece. Did I try Damascena? Like I said, I didn't like Strawberry Kiss either. No lies told. I didn't like it. Remember, I did like Heavenly Lilies, but let me tell you, Heavenly Lilies, if I buy it, is going to be Brooklyn's signature scent because I pretty much used that up. I don't know where it's at, but I pretty much used it up on her. I used to spray it on her clothes every day. But it's a really pretty. I really do like it. This is the pistachio. Hold on. This is the pistachio one. So far, it smells pretty good. I like it. It's got a little more pistachio in it. This is the coconut daiquiri. And then this is Mango-licious Hibis Storm. My good. We'll talk in a minute. We'll talk. Okay, so let's spray this one. You thought I failed? No, I didn't fall. Okay, it's given. I get the mango. I'm gonna have to try these on skin, but I definitely get the mango and the little hibiscusy vibe to it. Kind of cute. Okay, we're gonna see because this might be good for summertime. This might be island kicking it. Like if you go into a Caribbean party and stuff. These okay. All right, so those are the ones I got. Then I got this. I don't know if I didn't get Damascena, but see, y'all be liking different stuff than me. I like Horchata di Vani, and I like there's another one that I like, but it was the rose one. Is that Damascena, the rose one? I like that one. We'll try it again. Give it another try. Give it another try. Oh, I'm waiting for another package. I am waiting for another package. I'm like, if I'm waiting for something, damn, I'm waiting for 3 packages now. Come to think of it, I've got to get these. Do not do these. Okay, so I got Gisadas Ambassadora, which is a fragrance that was in the Scent Explorer box. They had a sample of it in the Scent Explorer box. And let's get it. Right, Damascena's the rose. I kind of like that one. Okay, that's what I thought. I kind of like it. But when it comes to florals, we don't always see eye to eye. We don't always see eye to eye on the florals. You know, we usually do good with the spicy ones and stuff. When it comes to florals, I think we have different tastes in most of our florals, except for white florals. Most of the white florals we like. Okay, so this is Gisada Ambassadora. They had a really good price because they're not that expensive. I forget where they're from. I can't remember where they're from. I don't remember. Oh, they're from Switzerland. Right, exactly. Yes, Ambassador. That's why I got it because the price was. Oh, that sucks. Oh, wait a minute. Before I forget, hold on. They sent me a box of something. They sent me something in a box. So which one is this? Oh, this is the new one, Chocolate Citronique. So he sent me this one too, a sample of Chocolate Citronique. It is giving like an orangey chocolate vibe. Like a more literal Behold Patchouli. Like I love Behold Patchouli because it's like that chocolatey, orangey patchouli vibe. This is giving chocolate, orangey chocolate. On a dark chocolate vibe. I'm not necessarily going to like this because I don't really like dark chocolates. I'm not a really chocolate fragrance person, but it's not bad. Okay, so this is Gisada Ambassadora. This is a floral. I can give you all the notes to this one. Okay. Right, see. Hello from South Korea. Hello. Oh, yeah, this is good. This is white florals. This is florals and pretty. Let me give you all the notes. I think this has the notes on it. This is the fruity, yes. It is fruity with tangerine and blueberry. Then it has jasmine and orange blossoms. And then it has vanilla, musk, and sandalwood. This is so nice. Oh, yes, I love it. That's why we wanted it. Because it's giving you that fruity notes. But then them white florals come out and they're just floraling for me. So this is Gisada's Ambassadora. Let me show it to you. If you see this on Fragrance. No, Joma Shop, because this is where I got this from at the good price. It is a, I don't want to say this. You know what? I forgot to send a message upstairs. It is, let me get it out, right? It is it says Ambassador something, but it doesn't say Ambassador. You have to look at the picture. It's the red bottle. Right? Yes, it's a fruity white floral. It is really gorgeous. This is another one that's going to be a spring. I'm telling you, I'm really in the spring fragrance vibe. I can feel it. I can feel it. So this is Gisada Ambassadora. All right, so those are the fragrances I got. Yay, we talked fragrances. I got to do this last part of this video too. So let's talk about life. My life recently. I have not been on any of my socials. Not that anybody cared to notice, but I haven't been on socials since last week. Not really long or anything, but I had some things going on in my personal life. So I have a friend that has been ill. She was diagnosed with cancer, and so let me say before then. Oh, thank you. Okay, so I have a friend from, and she was diagnosed with cancer. She was having a lot of pain last year, and she was living in Houston, and she was trying to get some help, going to the hospital. They were kind of just saying, oh, it's just a little pain, it's just a little pain, it's just a little pain. And she was in a lot of pain. She could barely eat. It was like really, really bad. Now let me preface this. This is a person who I met through social media. That's why I always say, we always so often we look at social media as this like, oh my God, social media. But really, social media creates, if it is what it's supposed to be, it creates connections. And it creates connections with people that you might not have ever met in your entire life without social media, without those outlets that give us these connections from around the world, like Sin over here in South Korea, right? To the person who's in a different city that you would never meet. Because before now, it was all based on face-to-face interactions. And now we have these ways to, meet people on social media. So she started out as a social media friend. And I had started, Facebook groups. You remember when Facebook groups were hot? So I met her through some Facebook groups, right? And she wound up joining a group that I started. And one of the things that I was doing was we used to give, it was called the Harlot House. And we used to give weekend parties like every 3 months. We try to do every 3 to 4 months. We had these 3-day cycles of parties, weekends. And every day would have a different theme and everything. So, she was part of the group and everything. And so she decided she wanted to come to one that we were having them in Chicago, and she wanted to come from Houston. She had never flown in a plane before. So her first plane flight was to come and hang out with me and all these people, people I knew, and hang out for a weekend. She came a few more times. She, came and hung out in my house, spend a week with me, hung out in Chicago. So we are friends. And so she's a person who lived by herself and things like that. She had family, but she was not in a relationship or anything. So at the beginning of last year, we had been talking, and she was saying that she was feeling some type of way. And, she felt like she was alone. And I said, well, you're not alone. And so she was like, but I don't have anybody or anything like that. And so I said, well, let's get married. And so we were planning on getting married. And we were going to do this thing, and I told her we're gonna be friend wives. We're gonna be friend wives, because I've been saying this for a while, that there's so many single women. Some of us are single, because of, bad relationships. Some of us don't have children. Some of us have never had those things, and she didn't have those things. So I was like, you got us, you got me, you got me. So it was a way to protect her, from, and make sure that there was somebody there who had, like, signing power, things like that for her in case anything happened. That was the plan. Another part of the plan was, you know, um, she was planning on moving here, not for me at first. So that was going to be, and so that was going to be the thing that we were going to do. And so another thing that was happening when she was supposed to move here, not for the friend wives thing, but because another friend of ours has suffered a serious loss. And so she was going to be there together. They were going to be together to support each other. So it was going to be this whole little thing going on. So she was going to live with her because she needed support, because she lost her husband tragically the year before, really quickly, because due to illness. So this was all in the works. And then she said, and she was supposed to be moving here soon. So um, so anyway, so then she reached out to me and said she wasn't going to be able to move here soon, because she had just been diagnosed with cancer. And that was because finally in Houston, they had to deal with her because the pain had got so intense. She couldn't use it, was just a mess, and she got really sick in the emergency room, and they finally had to deal with her. And so then they finally said, "Oh, yeah, you do have cancer." And they said she had colon cancer. And then they looked and they said she looked like she had other cancers at that point. So with all this happening, she had a procedure and everything. And I have to say I wasn't as involved as I could have been during this process. I did things. I sent money financially. I reached out, but not always as consistent as I needed to be. Life was life, and so it was I was kind of involved, but I have two friends that were super involved. And so, and they had the time, so they did have the time. So the decision was made that she was going to stay with one of my friends who lives in Atlanta. And she's because she's a nurse, and then her husband was available. So she was going to move with them to Atlanta. She moved with them to Atlanta in order to because her honestly, her family was not helping her. She had no help or support, even though she grew up in Houston, had family there. She didn't really have a lot of support there, right? So the decision was made that she was going to move to Atlanta and help. And my friend was, so because my friend is a nurse and she is a hospice nurse, she knows the process, she knows the situation, she could navigate all these things with her. And so the goal was to get her there and to, make sure that she was healthy and lived as long a life as possible. So that was the plan. And so she came there, my two friends, I helped with some funds to help with it, and my two friends helped move her out. Now her family did not do anything. They did not help at all. One friend came from Atlanta with her husband. They packed up things. My other friend came from Chicago, helped pack up the last of her things, and then drove her car while she took a flight. Okay, so then she gets to Atlanta, they're getting her, medical services and everything. And at first they were saying, we're going to give her this treatment. Hopefully it should help and everything. And, we're going to see, they were giving her a prognosis of maybe 3 to 4 years if all went well. So that was the plan. Unfortunately, So they were going to start chemo and things like that. And then there was a moment when she fell out of the bed, and she wound up back in the hospital. She was in the hospital for like 2 weeks, and they were trying to, it was like she wasn't hardly eating at first and everything, so they got her stabilized. And then they said that they were going to give her chemo, but they said that the cancer was inoperable, it had spread, but they were going to give her chemo to like give her quality of life and give her as much time as possible. So that was the plan. And they gave her a round of chemo, and then they came back to my friend because my friend was, there with her and everything. And as a nurse, she said, "No, tell me the truth." And they said the chemo's not going to work. She's in liver failure. There's nothing we can do for her. And so then that was last week. And so uh, and so she was like, so they then decided to bring her back to my friend's house for hospice care. Now, with all this going on, my friend is uninsured. She has, she had no insurance. She had a little bit, of savings and everything, but most of that was, most of it was used in this situation. Um, so they brought her back the Friday before last. And so when, they said the hospice care, a friend of mine gave me the money. I bought a ticket to come see her this last Friday. And so, and then another other friend who helped move her was coming on Sunday morning, and part of it was to help support our friend who's taken on this care of hers. She's had to have, they were doing hospice care in her home. So Wednesday she called us and said she didn't think she was gonna make it through the night. It was really bad. So then it was like, and we were on the phone, we were trying, she was very incoherent, it was really bad. And so then by Thursday I called my friend here because we were, like I said, I was leaving Friday night. I was probably going to see her on Saturday morning. And then my friend was coming in Sunday morning. I was going to leave out on Monday. She was going to leave out on Wednesday. It was like, all, this was what we had like rushed to got tickets for. So I called my friend. I said, "I don't think we should do this." I said, "I think we need to go down tonight." It was Thursday. And so we decided to go down. We decided to like get rid of, you know, I didn't get any refunds on my tickets. That's fine. But we rented a car and we drove down to Atlanta that night. So I left here on Thursday night to get down to Atlanta to make sure I was there because we weren't sure how long she had. So we went from in November, her finding out that she had cancer, to February that she had less than a month. And so we went and we drove down there all night Thursday. We got there, and we're gonna have a story time about what happened on my ride there. Give me that. And we were there with her, and she was in and out. And one of the main things we came there to do was to make sure our other friend was okay. So we cooked, we cleaned, we left food ready for them, prepared, because not knowing how long our friend had. And so we left this morning. We stayed at we went someplace to sleep the Sunday night, and then we drove out this morning. Now some other friends of hers came to see her also, that were really close to her. And they came from Houston and Gary, and they came to say goodbye to her also. And so we all stayed and said goodbye to her. And this morning she died. Um, Logic says this was the right thing. because our friend was slowly dying in a bed. But of course, you will always miss that friend and the plans and the things and all those things. So we are missing her. Um, so that's why I haven't been. That's why I haven't been on social media in a few days. So this weekend was very stressful and very sad, and dealing with. We're at that age where this will happen more. So this will happen more, and so I'm going to say this to everybody. Um, my friend who took on the burden of taking care of her and did it in love had to stop working. I had to do all those things. There's no money left for her cremation and things like that because of the cost that was involved in her last days. So, she's trying to take care of everything that she can and make sure, those are all taken care of. So, with that being said, you will see in the description box that we have created a GoFundMe because she asked for us to celebrate her memorial. She wants her memorial to be a party, like we gave, like how she met us all, because that's how we all met. All of us met through the group I created, and a lot of her good friends are through the group we created, and there's other friends she has. So, um, with that being said, um, I have put the link to the GoFundMe. If you would like to help us out in any way possible, $5, $2, whatever you can help with, will help to offset some of the costs because my friend, she hasn't been getting paid for the last few months. She hasn't been able to work. She wasn't working for the last few months, taking care of her, making sure she was okay. And then we want to take care of her, cremation, and give her a nice send off because she was well loved. So if you would I would love it if you would help. The GoFundMe link is in the description box. Feel free to send whatever you can help with. I would really, really, really appreciate it. So I'm just saying that I'm not. Hey, if you don't, that's fine too. But if you got $5, help us out with our sister to say goodbye to her. The plan is at the end of June we will be doing a memorial. That way, people can come and everything, so we can coordinate it with out of town people so they can get here and everything, and give her the send off that she wanted, the memorial. To because of course at that point it will be sad, but it won't be sad, because we should always celebrate a life and say goodbye, but in a way that honors what they wanted and who they were. So that's that. So now let's get to the story time and my terrifying ride. So let me tell y'all something. Don't always trust Google Maps. Let me just say this. Do not always trust Google Maps. Okay? So, hi QM. So here's what happened. So we leave here on Thursday night, me and my friend. We rent a car. We're going to ride down here to Atlanta. So we get this car. Now, where my friend lives, she lives in the south suburbs of Chicago. I live in Chicago. She was in the south suburbs. So we're in the south suburbs. So the way to go from her house is to go. You have to go into Indiana. Most people just do a straight shot into Indiana, hit 65, and it takes you, it starts taking you out through Indiana. You hit, I think, 74. One of them, you hit whatever. But you hit, straight shot. Go down the street. This is what you do. Okay. So in the midst of all of this, we're talking and everything. We got it. We got we got Google Maps on. We trust Google Maps, right? So Google Maps is taking us on this like weird way to which I don't know, Route 30, which is the US 30, goes straight down. But all of a sudden it took us down these side streets, right? So we said, oh, well, maybe this is a quicker way to get to 65 that we don't know about. Google Maps knows because it's Google Maps. It's using satellite. It's got its shit together, right? So we start driving and everything. We're talking and everything. And then after a little bit, after driving a little bit, we all of a sudden said, where the hell are we? Because Google Maps is taking us down these like side roads. It's pitch black. And when I say it's pitch black, it's pitch black. And we're like, where the fuck are we at? But not by now we're deep into this. We don't know even how to get back because there's no street lights. There's nothing, right? Nothing that we can see except the darkness around us. There's no cars around us. There's no street lights. There's barely houses as we're going down these little side roads. So by the time we kind of like, I think, we were just talking about what we needed to do. We're in the midst of conversation and just moving with the Google Maps directions. But by the time we know, so it's like, damn, it's fucking dark out here. Where are we? We don't know where we at. But now we got to keep going forward because we don't know how to turn around, right? So now we're going. And so then it gets to this point, the first thing that scared, so we kind of like freaking the fuck out, right? So then we hit this one turn, this left turn, and we start driving. My friend looks over, she's like, what is that over there? Y'all, it was a big ass body of water right next to this little road. No guardrails, nothing on here. So my friend starts freaking like, oh my God, we could have fallen in this water. Oh my God, right? So she's kind of freaking out. It's dark as fuck, right? And we're coming through, we're like, and then I said, shit, we are in Indiana, because then we hear welcome to Indiana. Now we're in Indiana. And I said, girl, we in Indiana, the head of the Ku Klux Klan, 2 black women on the back roads of Indiana. Fuck, we are fucked. So now I said, girl, I said, don't go over the speed limit. Just drive. We can't look like we don't know what we're doing in case we see some police, right? Right? So it's like, so now we're going, okay, so now we're really freaking out because it's, like I said, it's pitch black, barely seeing anything. We wound up going through this little bitty little town, but it looked like some deserted ass town, y'all. There was no, we didn't see lights in people's, the few houses we saw, no lights on. It's just super dark. And all we got are our headlights and we're driving, right? We are terrified. We are in the car terrified. Seriously. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. We were in the car scared to death, right? So then we finally get to it takes us to this thing, and it takes us to, like, it says Highway 44. And so 41. So we turn on 41. We're like, oh, okay, we've hit up a highway, right? The shit is still the same, y'all. There's no lights. It's pitch black. All, you know how like in the movies where it's super dark and all you see is the headlights and the people in the car and all there is are the headlights? That's what we were in. And we were like, oh my God. And all it's like this flat land all around us, nothing there. And we are freaking out the whole time. And I'm like, what the fuck? We calling it Children of the Corn, everything that you can think of, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's what it felt like. It felt like we were in the midst of a horror movie. So now, and then at one point, my friend's trying to turn on the brights, and it's hitting. This is a rental, so she don't know what she's doing. Girl, y'all, she turned off the lights for a few seconds. We are screaming in the car, screeching, ah! And then she turned the lights on. I said, all I could think of, God, please don't let nothing be in front of this fucking car. You know what I'm saying? Because it just felt like we were in this horror movie. And when she turned the lights on, you know how it goes. They turn the lights on. It's like a fucking wraith in front of you, a zombie and shit. So now we are like super. It was so stressful because the way it was supposed to work was I was supposed to be asleep right now, because I was going to do the early, because she doesn't mind driving at night. And I always get up And I'm going to, so I wake up, y'all know I wake up around 5:30. Then I was going to take over and drive for a while. Y'all, I can't go. We are, I mean, I'm so stressed. We so scared. It ain't like I'm going to go to sleep while we're in this situation. She's driving, we're freaking out, and we're just trying to hold it together, right? Honey, we were damn near close to crying because it was very scary. It was like nothing was on the road but us. It was like, what? Oh my God. It's like, think about this. Two women on the road. What would happen? We didn't even know where the fuck we were. There was no way if something happened to the car or nothing. It's somebody, nothing. Okay, so we trying to hold it together. And then finally my friend was like, I can't drive no more. I'm just looking at these lights. It's driving her. She was like freaking out. So then I started driving. So now I'm driving. And it's the same thing, it's like, and then on top of it, we're seeing in the distance, far distance in front of us, these fucking flashing red lights in the sky. I kid you not. There's flashing red lights. And we're like, what the fuck is this shit in there? All we're seeing is these fucking red lights. We are freaking out. So now I'm driving. We're like, what the fuck, right? So I'm driving. She's like, and, she's trying to hold it together. I'm trying to hold it together, right? And so now finally we right, exactly. So right, deliverance, the whole vibe, right? So I'm like, oh shit. So now we're sitting there and it's like, what are we gonna do next? So now, luckily, now this is how it went down. Now, when we were sitting there looking, so you know how you look on Google Maps. She was driving. I'm looking. I'm like, well, okay, I see some other highways. Maybe we should get on, right? So I was like, okay, I guess it's trying to take us to 70. Because every time we thought it was taking us to something else, it was just moving us down this damn highway, and it would be like 32 more miles and all this shit, right? So finally, y'all, out of nowhere, there was like a little store. Girl, this old van almost sideswiped us, freaked us the fuck out. But in doing it, it saved us because it was like we were on the road to fucking nowhere. But when it did it, it kind of jolted my attention. And I was driving and I saw this little bitty sign that said US 74. And that's what we were looking for the whole time. We were like, where's that? Now, mind you, Google Maps has still got me moving forward. But I happened to see like this little turnoff that said US 74. I said, oh shit, US 74. Y'all hit the brakes, back that bitch up on the street because there wasn't nobody behind us anyway. We was on the damn street by ourselves and got on US 74. Now, at the interesting thing about this, because 74 leads into Indianapolis, which will get you, through to where you go. This smells so good. Y'all, I sprayed this. I'm still smelling this right now. This room smells like it. Okay. So anyway, I'm sorry, because it's like I'm getting all this in my whew, okay. Oh, I'm supposed to be wearing this. So. Anyway. So now we're on 74. And I swear to you, Google Maps kept trying to take me off of 74. It kept telling me to get off a different off ramps. Get off here, get off there. I was like, fuck you, Google Maps. I'm going straight down 74 because I had looked at the map and said, okay, this is the way to get us to 120, I think it is you need, or 20, I think it's I-20 or something. But 74 led to the one we needed to go to get to Atlanta. But Google Maps kept trying to take us off of it. And at first I said, well, maybe. And I said, no, because at first you're still trying to listen because this Google Maps and knows where you should be going. Finally, I was like, hell no, I ain't getting off. And I drove straight, and then we finally made it. This trip should have taken no more than 11 hours. Now we did stop because after all this, now I did drive for a little bit on 74 until I just couldn't drive anymore. And then we slept for a couple of hours because she was already asleep. I slept for 2 hours, and then we woke up and she started driving. So all in all, and then it was like this took fucking forever. Y'all, it took us 16 hours to get to our other friend's house. 16 hours. It was like the never ending ride. It was like, it just seemed like this ride would never end. It really did. So, so that's my ride, my terrifying ride. It was terrifying, and I can say that all honesty, uh, all honesty, the shit was terrifying, terrifying. Yeah, it was so scary, and even just think about it, it's so scary. And I mean, it's like me saying it doesn't give it justice. Um, yeah, ooh, yes, we had. Now, on the way back, it was a lovely ride back. On the way back, no problems. We stopped a few times, had a little food, hit the rest stops. We had some Starbucks and chilled. But like I said, I cannot even convey to you how terrifying that ride was. I mean, like, it sounds like, oh, okay. But to be in it, it was so terrifying. It was like, trying to hold it together, and going, we gonna make it through. You know what I'm saying? It was like seriously feeling like that because it was so pitch black out there. There was and so solitary. Like, it's one thing for it to be, a little dark out there, but it's another thing to be pitch black. And I've never been in a space that was so dark for so long. And that was the thing. It was so dark. Hey, Mark, it was so dark for so long that it scared the fuck out of us. I mean, it was like the adrenaline was going. And I think, with everything, no, I was in the wrong spot. Um, and so it was just like, had us frightened, right? Right, baby, calling on the ancestors, praying, and it was so frightening and so stressful to the body. I don't think my body really came to it. My body never. And then I went into another, a stressful situation. So I've been, I feel like I'm finally coming down from it, and I got to go to work tomorrow. So I'm not gonna stay on too much longer because I'm really tired. I got home about 4ish. I got home around 4. I've been kind of chilling. My kid, my G squad. They missed me. Apparently, they kept looking for me. It was like, where's Gigi? Whew. Nah, you know what? I honestly can't because I got a bunch of IEPs this week, so I can't take off tomorrow even if I wanted to because I need to be there. Yeah, I'm gonna go and take a shower. But I will say this. Let me tell you this. Saturday night before we went to my friend that I rode down with, she's got a family down there. So for everybody, I stayed with Faith on Thursday and Friday. When did I get in? Friday. Um, so I stayed with Faith Friday and Saturday night. Faith is so sweet. I love me some Faith. If y'all don't love Faith, y'all ain't gotta love Faith like I love Faith. So I stayed with Faith and hung out with her in the evenings. So I was there. We were there all day doing a thing, cooking and cleaning, and just being there for our friends. My friend who was in transition, and then my friend who was taking care of her. So I hung out with Faith. I met her husband, love him. And y'all, she be talking about Imani to us in the group. Imani is such a gorgeous young lady. Oh my gosh, she's so sweet and so gorgeous. So I met her, so I hung out with them. And so then yesterday night, I stayed with her with my friend because we were leaving so early in the morning because we left at about 4 a.m. So I was with her brother. She was staying at her brother's house. So I stayed over there with her last night, and it was actually her brother's birthday. He had just came back in town, him and his husband. So we wound up going out with him. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us from Korea. Um, so we wound up going out and having Mexican with them, and so that kind of helped to get us through that night because we had been so stressed out since we had left home on Thursday night, and so that was a good way to like get ready to leave, because by doing that we left early enough from our other friend's house in order to rest, because if we had stayed like we had normally had, we didn't leave till like 8 or 9, we would have been so tired and worn out and just still stressed. So by hanging out with them and having, with their friends for his birthday, and we had Mexican, wound up smoking cigars, and then we came back and went to sleep and then left. So it did help that. And we had asked, so yeah, so I said, if you feel any kindness and would like to help out my friend, for her passing, and to help actually, real talk, help my friend, help take care of her. I had to switch out of my microphone. Um, so if you all could, feel like you would like to donate to help out, to like offset what my friend, to, with the things that have happened to my friend who transitioned, to the my friend who really has taken on a lot of financial burden that she really couldn't afford for our friend, loss of income and everything. If you would like, like I said, everything helps, because she worked out the numbers and what she needed to, like, you know, pay some bills and everything that she wasn't able to pay while she was taking care of our friend. So she has come up with a number, and a few $5, because every $5 helps. Every five down. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you. I appreciate it. And so, thank you so much. If you watch this, I'm about to go to bed. Give me some rest. Probably cry a little more for my friend. Um, yeah. And you all have a great night. And I will, it's I got a couple of things I'm going to put up. So thank you all so much, as always. Thank you all so much for listening to me. I did miss hanging out and talking to you all, because y'all are part of my life. Y'all my social media side. So you all have a great night, and you all, I'll talk to you later.